I'm about to show you how people are creating real physical books in 10 minutes and selling them on Amazon for free and letting Amazon handle the printing, shipping, and the customer service. I've actually been selling these books on Amazon for about 5 years now. So I'm going to put you on to my little secret that I've been using for years to be able to create these books in minutes, sell them on Amazon forever, and sit back and collect my money. If you can drag and drop, you can do this. But you know what you got to do? Hit that algorithm in the face. Let YouTube know that you like money-making content. The way that you do that is by hitting the thumbs up button. And do me a favor, hit that hype button so we can get this video out to more people. If you're new here, drop a comment so I can say, hey. Now that we got that out of the way, let's get into how to create real books in 10 minutes and sell them on Amazon forever with no writing. Let's go. All right, guys, let me let you in on my little secret because like I said, I've been selling these books on Amazon for like 5 years at this point. Now, these books are called low content books, which means that when the customer buys them, they're the ones that write inside the book. So think about like journals, composition books, those have lined pages. So that means when we create these books, we're not writing paragraphs or anything like that. You don't even have to write one sentence, okay? Now, the thing with low content books is when you list them on Amazon, you have to be very, very specific with the sizing. Is so annoying. If your book is off by like 1 millimeter, Amazon is like denied. And that's why I use my secret weapon called Bookbolt. And they happen to be the sponsor of today's video because Bookbolt is the platform that I've been using for years to make sure that my books are sized perfectly. But not only that, you don't want to waste your time putting out books that nobody wants. You want to be able to put out books that people are actively buying. The whole point is to make money, right? So Bookbolt is going to save us a whole bunch of time, energy, and frustration by making sure that our books are perfectly sized for Amazon KDP. But also with Bookbolt, we can be a little sneaky because Bookbolt is going to allow us to spy on our competition and find out what keywords people are using to find those books, how many sales these books are actually making. So we can use Bookbolt to find the most popular books, the books that are actually already making money, and we can create our own version of those books to be able to make our money, okay? We're not out here trying to sell books that nobody wants. And make sure you watch this video all the way through because you know me, I'm gonna hook you up with something really special at the end when it comes to this Bookbolt platform. So let's dive into my Bookbolt account and I'm gonna show you how quick and easy it is to be able to use Bookbolt to create our real books that Amazon is going to print and ship to our customers. And we don't even have to pay Amazon to do it. Let's go. And let me explain a little something to you about how Bookbolt is going to save us a whole bunch of time and can make us a whole bunch of money. Bookbolt is giving us the tea. What I mean by that is they are giving us the information needed to not have to reinvent the wheel, know what's trending. And that's how we can make our sales because we don't want to be trying to sell a book that nobody wants. We want to know what's already hitting so we can make our money. See, I'm just going to, scroll through so you can see that there are a variety of types of books here. Bookbolt is giving us the details on what's selling, how much people are selling these books for. They're giving us all the information we need, the author's name, the price, the best sellers ranking. That's what BSR means. So with BSR, the lower the number, the better. Because think about it this way, a number 1 selling book is better than a number 25 selling book, right? So the lower the number, the better. So keep that in mind. Now we can see how many sales these books are actually making. Think about that, $14.99 a book. And this person is making about 429 sales per month. This person is making around $6,430.71 each month, okay? Off of a low content book. Now, let me show y'all something. Let's just go through here. Look, these people are taking a simple letter, okay? And they are creating books based off of one letter. So think about it. You can literally make 26 books because there's 26 letters of the alphabet. And now people can order these books based on their first initial, right? Let me just click on one of these. So let's take a look at this book, right? So this person just wrote the letter D with some flowers around it. You don't have to write the interior, like I said. So let's click on read a sample. And we can actually spy and see what's inside these books, right? This person has, this book belongs to, all right? And look, lined pages, lined pages, lined pages. So all they did was focus on changing the cover each time. And all of these books are going to be the same on the inside. I don't even have to check that. So this is what Bookbolt is going to do for us. We don't have to create the line pages. They're going to actually give us the templates. So now that you understand what a low content book is, let's find ourselves a low content book and make this thing in just a couple minutes. All right. So as you can see right here, Bookbolt is ranking keywords by popularity. Okay. So the word journal gets about 1,400 searches per month on Amazon. So these are the words that you want to consider using in your title. I'm going to search the word love. One thing that stands out to me is this one right here, Switch Self-Love Journal for Seniors. I think this is a really good idea. So we're going to make a self-love journal using Bookbolt. So I'm going to go over here to the Bookbolt Studio. First thing that you want to do when you come in here is you want to create a project. So I'm going to click New Project. Now here we're going to choose the project type. Do we want paperback, hardcover? All those options are here. I'm going to stick with paperback, cover, and interior. And I want to do a low content book. Okay. As you can see, they have AI story generators now. Okay. So if you want to create a story, you can actually do that inside of Bookbolt. They do have that feature available. But I'm going to stick with the basics and I'm going to do project name, self-love. Okay. And my trim size, I'm going to stick with the 6x9. That's a standard journal size. And then I'm going to choose my paper type. Now, what you want to think about when you are choosing your paper type is the fact that Amazon, while they're not going to charge you out of pocket to get your book printed and shipped to the customer, they are going to take their payment from the sale of your book. So if you want to get all fancy and have like cream colored pages and that kind of stuff, that's going to cost more. They're going to take more out of your payment. Amazon KDP will. Okay. Our book cover will still be in color, even if we choose black and white. Okay. So from here, we're going to choose bleed. You want to stick with bleed, especially when we're designing covers. You always want to do bleed. So I'm going to do, since that person had 120 page count, I'm going to do 120 page count on mine. Amazon KDP is a pain when it comes to sizing your books. This is why you're going to need Bookbolt, because Bookbolt is going to change the size of that spine for us. You don't have to do any measurements, none of that kind of stuff. I'm actually going to make this cover template a little transparent, or a lot of transparent. Like I want to see it in the background just because I want to see these actual borders. Now, our images can come past this pink line, but you definitely want to make sure your main stuff is within this white area. And now I'm going to create a, let's see. I want to get a flower pattern. So the thing is, you can upload your own images. You can use Pixabay, Unsplash, and then they also have premium images. So as you can see, there are various ones here. Okay, so I want some like flowers. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to stretch this out beyond my book size. I want that to be kind of clear. Now I'm going to say self-love, self.
I feel the need for speed.
I was really doing this, I would, of course, put more time and energy into it. But now I'm just going to shrink this text because it's quite big. And I'm actually going to center, and then almost forgot. Let me change the text color. So now's the fun part, because we're going to click a button and we're going to have a whole bunch of pages for our interior. We are going to click this little puzzle piece over here. And like I told y'all, Bookbolt doesn't just have journal pages, but they have a bunch of other templates. So of course, there's the journal pages, dot graphs, regular graph paper, music sheets, mind finders, activity pages, all kinds of things to make your books fun. Would this not be cute for Valentine's Day, right? So they have all of these templates that you can choose from. So, yeah, a lot of options, but we are going to stick to our regular journal pages. I'm actually going to select all. And then I'm just going to unclick these first two because I don't want the first page, which is the cover. I don't want that changed. And then page one, I don't want that changed either. You're going to see why. Let me show you. There's 120 pages here. All right. So I highlighted all these pages. The Amazon KDP guidelines, that's what we're going to stick with. The line color is going to be gray. You can change that if you want. And I'm going to click submit. Look, it already did it. Jeez Louise. All right, so I'm gonna move myself up here and I'm gonna click this little arrow down here in the corner because that's what's going to get us to see all of our pages. All 120 of our pages are here, right? With the lined pages. Now, remember, I left that page one blank. And the reason why I did that is because I like people to be able to customize their pages. You can create a this book belongs to, choose any font that you want. So of course you can, use some decorations. I actually use a page that I already created and I always just download it in here. I'm going to go to my uploads and I have a standard this book belongs to that I already made, and you'll see it load in there. When Amazon prints this up, you are going to automatically get a barcode printed on it. We're just going to double check. We're going to, make sure that we can see that, as you can see right here, the barcode location. So you can see that under there. And I'm actually going to move this so you can see it better. This is where the barcode is going to go. So we're good. All right. So I just made sure I didn't block that so that when it gets printed, the barcode is actually going to be right here. We'll see exactly where it goes. So now we're ready to download it and get it put on Amazon for it to sell. So we're going to go to download current project, which is a printed book, and let Bookbolt work its magic. So you can see what it looks like. This is what our cover looks like. And here are our interior pages. Okay. Now, in order to get our books listed and sold on Amazon, we have to upload our cover and interior to Amazon KDP. So we're going to click on create paperback, or if you have a hardcover, you can do a hardcover. I'm going to say self love journal, 120 page awesome book for motivation. Now, if I was doing this for real, I would take my time and make sure that each word is capitalized and make sure my punctuation was perfect, all that kind of stuff. But I know y'all have no patience. So let's just go through this real quick. So series is optional. Didn't need that. Edition number, that's not relevant. For my author, yes, Nikki Connected is what I put. Nobody else contributed to the book. And then for the description, you can just use ChatGPT. That's what I did. So now I'm just going to paste that text that ChatGPT made for me into the description and take those dashes out, y'all, because that tells on you that you used AI. All right. So I'm just replacing those real quick. And we're the ones that created the book. So, yes, we have the publishing rights. The primary audience, no, this is not an adult book, and we don't even have to choose an age. That's optional. Primary marketplace is going to stay Amazon.com. Then for the category, choose the appropriate category. My book is more of like a self-help book, so that's what I'm choosing. And then there are subcategories within there. So within self-help, I chose some extra things like journal writing, self-esteem, stress management, and make sure you check off low content book. Now, remember, since we have access to Bookbolt, we don't have to go guessing which keywords to use. We can actually go back to the book that I was looking at and look at what keywords were helping get them found. And I just put those in here. Now for the publication date and the release date, like it's just now. Okay. So we could keep that the same, hit save and continue. Years ago, they stopped giving ISBNs for low content books. So we're not going to get an ISBN number, but it will still have a barcode. Now, print options, remember black and white interior with white paper and 6x9. And we're going to change that to bleed instead of no bleed. And now I'm going to choose a matte cover finish instead of glossy because glossy costs more. Okay. Like I told y'all, be careful as to like the colors and the materials and stuff that you choose, because the more expensive they are, the more of a cut that Amazon is going to take from our sale. All right. So at this point, we're going to upload the manuscript, and then we're going to upload the book cover, and then we're going to be able to take a look at the samples. So this is what our book looks like. Doesn't it look good? Okay, that's the front and the back, the barcode you saw. Remember, I told y'all make sure that the barcode is not being blocked by your image, because if you have something down there, it's going to get, covered up. So we're good there. And let's just flip through the pages real quick and check this out. Now that all looked good. So now we can come down to the summary, and based on our book, the printing cost is going to be $2.44. Like I said, it's not going to come out of our pocket, but you need to start thinking about which materials and things that you use, because now Amazon is about to break it down for us how much money we're going to make per book. So there's some changes that need to be made around here. So on this next page, this is really easy. All territories. That's where I want my book published, everywhere. All right. Amazon.com is our marketplace. And now we start seeing the numbers, how much money we're going to make per book. So remember, that other person had that self-love book for $6.99. So I plugged that in here, and baby, I said, no, because as you can see with the printing costs and their listing price and that kind of stuff, listen, my royalty, which is my cut, is $1.06. Oh no. But if you notice, Amazon is trying to help us out, because it's like, look, list prices at $9.99 or more earn 60% royalties. All right. So it's like, listen, you'll get a bigger cut if you raise this price. So that's what I'm going to do. So I threw $9.99 up in there, and as you can see, my royalty went up. So $3.55 per book is what I will earn for every book that I sell. And as you can see, also below my $9.99, Amazon does tell you the minimum and maximum prices that you can set your book at. But I'm comfortable at the $3.55, because think about it. I can make as many books as I want on Bookbolt, and I can have all of these listed forever simultaneously. And Amazon is going to continue to print and ship to the customer at no cost out of my pocket. So why not? Now, when you scroll to the bottom, Amazon is letting you know it can take up to 72 hours for them to approve the book for it to be purchased on Amazon, but you can also request a proof, which means you will get a physical copy of the book sent to you, and you don't have to pay as much as a normal person would on Amazon. So yeah, make sure you request a proof, make sure your book looks good physically, and you will only pay a portion of that price, and you can actually show it off to people physically. So once everything is complete, you're going to click publish your paperback book, and that is it. You are a published author within 72 hours, baby. So now that you see how quick and easy it was for me to be able to create that book, I want you to be able to create your books, and I want you to save your coin as well. Remember, I told you I have something special for you. Since Bookbolt is sponsoring this video, they are allowing me to hook you guys up with a discount. All right. So I have a special link down below where you can try Bookbolt for free for 3 days. Plus, if you stick with your Bookbolt membership, you will get 20% off for life when you use the code Nikki20, all caps. Okay. So the link is down below. Make sure you sign up for Bookbolt. Create as many books as you want. And remember, Bookbolt doesn't just have journals and notebooks. They have activity books, coloring books, all the fun stuff too. The best way to learn about these features is to actually go over to the platform. Okay. Do not hit the comments asking me, Nikki, do they have this feature? Nikki, do they have that feature? Go over to Bookbolt. This is why I'm giving y'all the link. Go over to Bookbolt, okay, and check out the features yourself. You already have 3 days for free. No excuses, okay? But I want to hear from you guys. What types of books are you going to make in Bookbolt? Because I'm telling you, you better get your tail over there and start creating these books so you can make your money. So are you going to create an activity book? Are you going to create a manifestation journal, or maybe a password book? Let's discuss it in the comments. And real quick, I want to show some love once again for Bookbolt for sponsoring this video. Couldn't have done it without y'all. So again, remember, the link to Bookbolt is down below. Use that code Nikki20. And if you learned anything from this video, please let me and Bookbolt and the YouTube algorithm know that by hitting the thumbs up button. And also, please don't forget to subscribe. Turn on your notifications so you can be notified when I drop a new video. Now, If you guys are interested in what I showed you with this whole Bookbolt journal thing, oh, you better check out this video right here. I'll see you on the next one. Bye, y'all.
I might be broken down, but I'm smiling. I keep my head up high, though I fail. Sometimes I get a bit emotional, but then I turn around